I'm a professional day trader, and in this video I will show you the best trading session of the last month. Loss in profit for 23,000 because if these buyers, aggressive buyers, take back control, I want to be out of the market. I scalped the Nasdaq during the New York session and managed to close the session at $50,000 profit. And I did this while I was also live with my community. And you have probably seen me trades or call the markets a lot of times in the Chart Fanatic channel or Word of Wisdom podcast is aggressive sellers.
So, you coded the algorithm.
Or in the channel of Andrea. At 8. And since then, I have received a lot of requests, so I decided to open access to my private charting room. So if you want to see my advanced order flow charting sessions live twice a week where we chart the markets live together, the link is in the description. But now let's start commenting this last session. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you saw in the intro, this is the best session of the month of December, and we are going to comment in this one the short that I took on Nasdaq after building $27,500 in profit on the first trades of the day. Now we are risking a small amount of profit, only 3,150, to make an additional 23,000 of profit on the short position here. What we have in this situation is the path of least resistance of the buyers getting completely absorbed. You can see the punch to the wall I marked for you, and you can see the rewarded effort of the sellers. Now, in this case, we have complete control on the auction of the sellers. We are really high in the curve, and I was considering increasing additional position to contract on the way down, but the price was so aggressive that I could only position myself in discount, and it's not the best idea when you are already loaded with 10 contracts here to raise the exposure low in the curve. As you can see, the big sellers are in control of the market. Now the first step that I will do, I will lower my risk to be above the high or a stop to zero and run this train on the way down, trailing aggressively my stop loss when I see that buyers might take back control. As of now, sellers are controlling completely the auction, and we have a clean level on the 25,650 of control of the sellers. We can see that they are tapping back into it. The level 25,630, it's controlled by the sellers. You have an aggressive sell order there. They did another punch to the wall, and this could be a level where we cover ourselves if the market decide to break again the low. This is an aggressive trailing stop that I take when we have already a nice floating profit. Now we are floating $8,000 in profit on top of the 27,000 already for the day. So it could be an idea to be aggressive in this case. We see if they break the low, the total risk to reward to get to the low of the curve is like 1 to 16 or 1 to 19 on the final target. Let's see how much it is precisely. Final target is 27,600 for 1 to 19 risk to reward. This is not common. You need volatility to do this kind of trades, and unfortunately volatility is not there every day. So if you want a smoother profit, you can decide to take profit more often than I do when we are in a consolidation phase. Now I'm waiting to cover myself. I put my stop loss in profit for $2,550, and as you can see, the buyers are trying to reload their position and reach the 25,630 around there. So they want to reload on this position on the way up. Let's see how it goes. Back up on the level, reloading on the sell, aggressive movement, and from here you can see the sellers taking back control. They are absorbing all the buy orders, and the momentum is kicking back in. As you can see, the candles are getting wider and they are in the direction of the auction. Zero doubt here. there was no fight of the buyers to break this level. They got absorbed and immediately sellers took back again the upper end, and we are going to explode and collapse on the same direction of the auction because now we are still high in the curve, so we can expect still a lot of volatility on this movement. We are floating $10,000 in profit for the session. This one, it's almost half of the profit that we expect from this trade. So if you were in loss for the day, for example, let's say minus 5,000, it will be smart to take profit and to bring your balance back to break even so you can take a next trade in a calm way. In this case, considering that we have 27,000 profit plus $12,000 profit floating for the day, doesn't make sense to be super conservative on the profit taking. The market is moving in a really sharp way and directional. Now they are testing back the 25,603, and this is where we can expect the sellers to take back control. For reference, all these sessions and a lot of sessions that we did live, I always explain every single move, why it's happening and who is controlling price. And to do this, I use order flow. They are breaking the level, 25,584.3, taking back control. They are super aggressive on the down move, and we are reaching the value area low of the session. We are reaching the cluster, as you can see, of absorbed sellers and control of the buyers. They are going to reload, 25,584. That is the level that I marked. And as you can see, sellers taking back control again. Here they go. Now they are starting to struggle on the way down because you have absorption of the sell, aggressive orders here. And I marked for you the level of the squeeze. That is the level that if the market managed to break this low at 25,570, the small range that is creating now, you can expect volatility on the way down. So you can expect the market to reach really fast the yellow level that I marked for you. They are reloading from the white level that I marked, 25,584, and now you can expect control back of the sellers in this case. I was still in the market with the full 10 contracts for 16 and 500,000 profit. Now I put my stop loss to stopping profit for 9,600. So worst case scenario, we close $37,000. And now the market, as you can see, is getting back momentum on the way down. It's really the size on the direction it wants to take. See a little bit of absorption on the level, but still the buyers are not holding the movement. And now it's a really important level. It's the 25,550. This is also a psychological level. We are low in the curve. We are in the last point of absorption, and we reach the level where I mark squeeze. That is where the catalyst will happen in this case. So I cover myself for $20,000 in profit on the single position. And now I'm playing with the stopping profit because I was not sure where to put it, because I don't see participation of the aggressive traders, big orders from the buy side and sell side. And I have the first clue. As you can see, I have an aggressive traders on the sell side, on the bottom, that got absorbed. So I'm waiting for him to be recovered and break on the way down to cover myself above the last point of break. As you can see, sellers trying to load back again, to load momentum on the way up. Mark the level, 25,534. They break. I put myself 21,000 in profit. They try to test. They fail on the way up. They are still closed in the last point of aggression of the sellers. And as you can see, take control back of the sellers with aggressive buyers. So I close my stop loss in profit for 23,000 because if these buyers, aggressive buyers, take back control, I want to be out of the market. And this is how the session finished. So this one, it's my Interactive Brokers account. You can see the skew of the single session of the profit, and this can let you understand the incredible skew between the maximum drawdown on the single position and profit. And this is what you can do when the market is really directional, if you know how to trail your stop loss and how to get the maximum out of the move. This is the equity line of the single session. So as you can see, we started with a small stop loss for 3,500, and then we completed the session with a 10x risk to reward multiplier. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments. I will see you in the next video and in the live sessions.